Hey y'all, Nico here. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thanks for joining me. I'm Nico. Today's video is detox yoga. So we're going to be incorporating poses where we do some twists and some poses where we do things like bringing our knee in towards our chest. These kinds of things that are going to help us release toxins from our body and get rid of them later. So come to a seated position or a kneeling position, whatever you prefer. And we're going to use this detox mudra, taking our thumb and bringing it to the third joint of our ring finger. Just resting your hands on your knees. Let's take a couple breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Holding the mudra for a couple more moments. On your next inhale, release the hands. Place the hands face down, and we're going to move into some seated cat-cow. So again, you can stay kneeling or you can come to a seated position. Make sure your back is nice and straight, neck in line with the spine. And then we're going to round our back, press the shoulders forward, bring the chin down to the chest. Then roll the shoulders back, open the chest, lift the chin. Moving in and out of these two positions with your breath. This is just a variation of Mudrayasana and Vidalasana. We're just doing it from a seated position. Let's do one more round. Come back to a neutral spine. Roll up to hands and knees. And then you can, if you're not already there, make your way down to a seated position. And we're going to move into a seated spinal twist or a Parivita Sukhasana. Sweeping those arms up with an inhale, interlacing those fingers above you, pressing the palms towards the ceiling. Exhale, release the hands and begin to twist to the right side. Left hand on the outside of right knee. Right fingertips face the back wall and let the gaze follow. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up, interlace the fingers, press the palms away again. Exhale, twist to the left, right hand on the outside of left knee, left fingertips face the back wall, let your gaze follow. Nice tall straight back here. Sweep the arms back up. Inhale, interlace the fingers again. Exhale, release the hands down to the ground. We're going to float up to a table position, and this time moving back into Balasana or child's pose. Big toes come together, knees come out wide, float the hips back towards the heels, extend the arms out in front, and melt down towards your mat. Forehead can come down to the ground. Inhale. Exhale, float your body forward. Coming back to table, Extend the hands about a few inches out farther than they already are. And you could come up on the fingertips as well. We're going to move into Adho Mukha Majrasana, or downward facing cat. So go ahead and round the spine, pull that belly button in and up, and float your hips back just slightly, letting that head relax down as well. Getting a good stretch in the back body. Float your body forward, coming back towards table pose, and we'll do it again. Round the spine, pull that belly button in and up. Extend through those arms, let the head fall down. And floating the hips back just a little bit here. Inhale. Exhale, release back up to table position. Tuck the toes under and lift the hips back as we come to down dog. And we're going to move into Parivita Adho Mukha Svanasana, which is kind of a twist in your down dog. So what I want you to do, you can also do this down from your knees. What I want you to do is reach your right hand over towards that left ankle. Looking up under that left armpit if you can. This might be a lot on the arms, so again, feel free to do this down from the knees. You can just thread that arm underneath. Release and bring that right arm back out in front. Do the same thing on the other side. Left hand grabs the right ankle. Gaze comes underneath. Inhale. Exhale, release the arms back out in front. Let's walk the feet up behind the hands for Uttanasana, or forward fold. Take an inhale, lengthen with a nice flat back. You can bring the hands to the shins. Exhale, fall down to your forward fold. Trying to keep that spine long. Getting that connection between the belly and the tops of the thighs. Feel a nice intense stretch in the back of the legs. That lower back releases as well. And then from here you can bring the hands to the hips. Nice deep bend into the knees as you roll up to standing. Let's step out wide on our mat. I'm going to move into a twisted goddess pose. So Parivita Ukkata Konasana. So walk those toes out slightly, heels in, and you're going to bend straight down. Hands can be at heart center to start. And then take the hands, rest them on the knees, and roll the right shoulder in towards the midline of your body. Gaze could come up towards the sky for this twisted goddess pose. Again, these twists are going to help activate those organs and rid your body of waste. Come back to center. And then roll that left shoulder in. Same thing, gaze come up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, bring those hands down to the ground. Walk those toes in slightly. If your hands don't quite come down to the ground, you can stay lifted, or you can bring your hands to a block if that feels okay for you. Just coming up to a half lift. You don't have to bring your hands all the way flat. And then let's walk our hands towards the front of our mat, stepping the right foot up to meet the left, coming back to Uttanasana, or forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to make our way down to a seated position. So however you get there is fine. You can step back to a table pose first and then extend those legs out in front. And we're going to come to Paschimottanasana, our seated forward bend. Sweeping those arms up with an inhale. Exhale, lead with the chest, come down for your seated forward bend. Just letting those hands fall where they fall. Don't feel like you have to be able to reach your toes all the way. Let's roll back up to a seated position. Bring those feet flat. And we're going to scoot the hips close to the heels as we make our way down to our back. Hugging the knees into the chest. And then keep your right knee hugged and extend that left leg onto the ground, moving into wind relieving pose or Pavana Muktasana. You can just interlace those fingers under the right knee as you pull it in towards your chest. Again, this is going to help stimulate those organs. And then we'll move into a Supta Machendrasana or a supine twist. So use your left hand to pull your right knee across your body over to the left. Extend that right arm out to the side and let your gaze follow. If you need to, you can bring a pillow underneath the knee. If this is really an intense stretch, sometimes it can be difficult to get that knee down to the ground. Inhale. Exhale, bring the knee back to the chest. Release it down to the ground. Let's move into Pavana Muktasana on the other side. Bending at the left knee. Interlace the fingers underneath the knee. Pull it in towards the chest. Inhale. Exhale, moving into your Supta Machendrasana, pulling the left knee over towards the right with the right hand. Extend the left arm out to the side. Let your gaze follow. Inhale. Exhale, coming back to center. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Massage that lower back by rocking side to side or moving those knees around in a circle. And hug everything in, squeezing the knees towards the chest, squeezing the chin down. Inhale. Exhale, release down to the ground. Moving into your Shavasana. Feel free to stay here for the next few moments. You can turn this video off now if you like. Otherwise, this completes our detox yoga practice. Leave a comment down below letting me know what you think of this practice. If you want to see more like it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Peace and love.